Team of the Season is just around the corner. If you want the best players on this game from Team of the Season, then check out FUT Trading. We will teach you how to trade with the buying and selling prices for every single player on the game. There'll be weekly guides throughout TOTS to get you guys to make the most amount of coins. You'll be able to buy the best players. You'll be able to do all the upgrade packs and all the SBCs that you guys want to do, all by subscribing over there. It is the best way to enjoy the game without spending money on FIFA points. Check out the website and the link down below. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. Make sure you subscribe if you are new around here. Click that like button. It makes a massive, massive difference. And please take the time to comment on the video. It does really, really help us to get pushed up the YouTube algorithm. And it allows us to basically keep growing the way we're growing at the moment. So if you can do that, it's massively appreciated. These videos are here to help you guys make as many coins as possible, grind the game in your way, at your pace, so you never need to spend a single penny on FIFA points again. With that in mind, check out FUT Trading. Thank you to everyone that subscribed from the last couple of videos. You guys are going to make a huge amount of coins, I can guarantee it, especially with TOTS coming and all the opportunities that are there. With that in mind, let's talk about some other ways you guys can make some coins. I bought into a specific card that I'm going to show you at the end of Trophy Titans Team 1. The reason I'm showing you the cards now and the sort of thought process behind it is it will allow you to track these cards throughout the next few days. I've got some high budget stuff and some sort of medium high budget stuff, and I'm going to go some low budget stuff for those of you guys that don't have many coins, don't really have time to trade. There are a few cards you can go and buy and make some significant coins. I did it on my brother's account, turned what was basically a 200k investment to 400k. Really, really easy and really, really simple. So let's start by taking a quick look at FUTWiz. We're looking at FUTWiz, and you can see Lam is a guy that I am looking at. Now, I called this in the Discord the other day. I looked at Philip Lam, and by the Thursday, he got as low as 81k on console, okay? And a lot of people said he's had a lot of supply, and the reason why he's different to the 91 is because of the other one could pay CDM, but he was just too cheap. The reason why I thought this is I looked at the 91 and I saw him in around, forget these two low points here, he's about a 180 card, give or take. And he was 180,000 coins. As you can see, he was far more expensive than that, but he dipped off quite significantly from then onwards and got down to where he is now. But he was still more than double the price, 100k more expensive than the 92. And to me, it was a lot of people saying, oh, he can pair with positions, he can do whatever it is. It didn't matter. It really didn't matter. This Lam is a better card. It is a better card than the 91. There was no way this card was staying low. So I went out and bought just a few to sort of keep myself ticking over, because I trade so that I can go and do packs and stuff like that. So we've got a few sat on the transfer pile there. We bought them anywhere in around sort of the 85k region, 84 on some of them. We did decently on him. I'm not going to sell him just yet. I think there's still a bit more of a rise to go in him. I'll probably be happy at about, give or take, 15k a card. I'd be pretty happy at. And that for me is as simple as it gets, because it just allows me to then go and build some packs for you guys to see in videos later in the week. So let's look towards this week. And the card that I'm toying with at the moment is this 89 Kenny Dalglish. Now he's 36k at the moment for this card. Now I want to just show you Del Piero from last week. 27k for Del Piero's card. Now you compare him to his 87, who's 74k. So you might be inclined to go, right, well, he's a slightly better card, or he's slightly higher rated, whatever, than that Del Piero. The problem here is he didn't have the 5-star weak foot on this card. So he got low and basically stayed low. And so it was never, for me, going to be a good call in terms of a card to buy into. The reason why I quite like this Kenny is he's 36k, but he still has the 4-star, 5-star. He's got a decent amount of pace. He can finish. He can dribble. It's okay passing. Decent stamina. I'll go and compare him to the 87. The 87 is 71k, okay? And again, 4-star, 5-star. There isn't much in these two cards. There really isn't much at all. If you look at the cards themselves, where is it there? If you look at the cards themselves, there's very little in terms of pace, shooting, whatever. There's no real reason for this card to be that cheap compared to the 87. There's no real reason at all. If anything, the other one's probably slightly better. And the reason why they hold low is because they're being continually packed. People keep opening up packs throughout the promo, and that keeps the price of these cards down because they're continually packed. If you look at the 90 rated Kenny, he's a 92k. Again, there isn't masses between this and the other card and the 89 rated. There's not masses between this. Do I think there's a huge rise in this card? No. Is it risky? A little bit, but he's at 36k. I don't really think you're going to, even if you bought him at 36 and he somehow dropped to 30, if you bought 10 of him, you're not losing huge amounts of coins. But it wouldn't surprise me if this card did get back up to that 45, 50k mark again in the long term. And I am probably going to buy into a few of them just because I like the look of them as a card. I really do like the look of them as a card. I don't think there's much difference in this card than the other one. Again, if anything, he is slightly better. People might agree, people might disagree. But again, the low point for these cards, if you look at Lahm, he was sort of low into Saturday and he just kept dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping until he got to his low. And Thursday was the low point for almost all of the cards. So would I go and buy Kenny now? Potentially not, but I would keep an eye on his price because if he slowly starts to rise, even though he's in packs, I'd be inclined to be buying into him if he slowly starts to rise. My guess is he'll hold or maybe drop slightly lower. Again, it all comes down to how much hype this team has and how many packs have been opened. Obviously, it helps as Ronaldo in packs because people tend to try and open a lot of packs up for that. I do love the look of this card, by the way. Unbelievable card. 5-star, 5-star. Pace, finishing, dribbling. What a card that is, by the way. And the dynamic on it is so, so good. And that is basically why I look at Kenny. And then I have a little look at some other cards. And Xavi, for example. I want to give you sort of the heads up in terms of why some cards are good and why some cards aren't good. So Xavi here at 48k. That's his low point at the moment. Again, 90 rated. If we go and look at his other 90 rated card. Arguably, this 90 rated is better. I'd say, to me, it's slightly better. So why is it so much cheaper? No real reason, if we're being entirely honest, because mainly probably because he's in packs at the moment. But this card's cheaper than all of Xavi's other cards. And even if you look at the 88 rated, he's got more pace, he's got more passing, more defending, more physical, more dribbling, I believe. I think more shooting as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So in every way, shape or form, this 90 rated card is better than that Xavi card. Why is he so cheap? Again, probably because he's in packs being packed left, right and centre. Another card that I'd be interested in. And again, you differentiate him from this card, for example, which is absolutely beastly. But to me, that 90 rated is a good card. And I can't see a reason why it stays that low. I'd still be interested in it. Outside of that, this Joe Cole interests me. This is a really good card. It doesn't get the credit it deserves. It's 4-star, 4-star, high, medium. Pace, can shoot, can pass really nicely and cross as well, so you can play on the wing. Dribbling's fantastic on him, lovely and well-rounded. Stamina's good, jumping's decent, okay strength. It's a really good card, and again, if we've got a Premier League player people want to link up, it wouldn't surprise me if this card does alright. If we look at Joe Cole's 88 rated card, prior to this card coming out, if you see how high he was, before this card was leaked, he was massively more expensive than this. So I think this 90 rated could do quite well. You have to bear in mind in all of this that Team of the Season is coming, okay? So you're going to get cards that are better than these cards just standardly, and cards don't hold their value as well. But again, if you want a risky buy, then someone like Joe Cole, I think, is not a bad option in terms of going up in value. If his 88 held 130k prior to this card being released, this card's better than that card. It wouldn't surprise me if this card saw a decent little rise in there. And like I said, I showed you Del Piero, his sort of offset in terms of the fact that he was dipped to 5-star weak foot to 4-star weak foot. Just bear that in mind. Casillas, had a little look at him, 100k at the moment, low point 88. So some of the just the standard trophy Titans again, you could probably see doing pretty decently well. Out of all of this, there's no reason why you can't see a profit from some of these cards. Again, the 92 compared to 93 doesn't really make much sense in the grand scheme of things. But again, I think we will see some deviation in the long term. But that's that basically. They're the icons and what I've been doing with that. I want to show you this card though. Sergio Roche. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. You've got a week left of the Premium Mixed League upgrade, okay? Now, EA are going to drop upgrade packs in the next day or two for you guys to basically craft as much stuff as you possibly can. Once they're gone, there's only a few days left of that SBC being there, okay? And people are going to want to build up packs for Team of the Season and stuff like that. Now, what happened last time? EA dropped that SBC and re-released it the same day, so it came straight back out again. These are great buys. Now, it's hard to explain to you guys all the best cards to buy in for the Libertadores, but at a basic level, avoid Boca and River Plate, okay? They're the ones you want to avoid, but you want to go and look for any players that aren't Boca and River Plate. They will do well, okay? They'll do really, really well. So, if you wanted to find the cards, the way that I go about doing it, you know Rochette, for example, use him as your marker. Rochette is one of those cards that, actually we'll do it via the SBC. Rochette is one of those cards that when you want to know how the Libertadores are doing, you go and look at that card. He's one of the only cards, I think he's the only one from his team that is gold, okay? So if we go and have a little look at them, if you want to know which ones are in packs, because some of them left packs in January, if you want to get a rough idea, just go to quality, Libertadores, and you just want to get them up. And like I say, you want to avoid Boca and you want to avoid River Plate. But you can just get them up. So you get up Rochet, for example. We'll get up Rodriguez. We'll get up Menas and Pedri. Godin. We'll get these guys up quickly. I'm just going to get a couple more of them as well. Silva there. Silva tends to be quite a good buy just for reference. Just going to flick through and see if there's any more. Where's the other? We've got Gutierrez. Pizzini's the other one. But we'll do these guys here and we'll just get 11 there. What you want to do is just check their price and see who it is. So Rodriguez, for example, I know this guy is no longer in packs, okay? He got transferred over as a gold card now. He's not relevant to you anymore. You'll grow to learn that bit by bit by bit. John, however you want to pronounce it. Again, this card is in packs because he's down at Rochet's price. And if they're like still 4 or 5k, that means they're not in packs anymore. Jean is a really, really good buy. He did fantastically well last time. Pizzini, again, this is a guy that I bought into on my brother's account. Loved him. Again, 1.2k on him is quite low. It's not expensive at all. Silva, have a little look at him and see what he's doing. Again, 1.2k is low for him. If you can get these cards in and around the 900 to 1,000 coin mark, you can stock up on them as much as you want to do, okay? Now, the risk in them is very, very low. It's very, very minimal. The difference is going to be in whether EA release really good upgrade packs. If they don't release great upgrade packs, then these should fly and do really, really well. All you really need, though, let's say you put 200k into this, all you need is them to get back to 1,1500 and you've got 50% of your investment back. I'm probably going to buy into a lot of these on my brother's account and take the risk. There is a big risk here in the long term because if the upgrade packs are good, then they may not climb as much as you think they're going to climb. But if the upgrade packs are poor, then these guys will do really, really well. As it gets towards the end of the week, people will try and complete that SBC quite a bit. We'll probably see these guys skyrocket as well. So it's just something to be mindful of if you are low budget. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.